Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be reviewing Love Island USA Season 6 Episode 8. And before we get into the video, I also review Love Island UK, this current season, Season 11. So be sure to check out my reviews for that. You know, I'm trying my best to keep up with these episodes, you know, because they're happening simultaneously. But yes. Anyways, let's get into this episode, Episode 8 of USA. And yeah, the drama, the messiness, yeah, it's just messy. So while Andrea and Nicole debrief the dates that they had with Aaron, Rob, Cordell, and Kendall, they got the girls to the fire pit. They start talking, and Nicole's talking about how she likes her date with Kendall and Cordell, and that she got to kiss both of them on the date. Then Andrea starts talking, and she's basically saying that she likes the dates as well with both of the guys, and that she kissed both Aaron and Rob. So obviously everybody was shook. Kaylor and Leah was shook as well that they kissed the people that were supposedly secure connections in the villa. So next thing you know, Liv was nowhere to be seen at that fire pit. So they told Liv was just like instigating, seriously, like she's like, you need to go tell him off, like she basically wants somebody to like pop off in the villa, like it's been seen or noticed like throughout the entire episode. She just wants, like, she's been instigating somebody to like pop off of, like, it was wild. So later on we see that Hannah and Kendall are like chatting, and Kendall actually pulled Hannah, or they actually had a one-on-one chat and they actually talked. I don't think Hannah was in that conversation with the girls, or if she was, I don't know. But I don't think Hannah was in that conversation. She was chatting with Kendall at that time. Kendall basically told Hannah that he did kiss Nicole on their date, and he's like basically like telling her that he does like Nicole and things like that and whatnot. So he's upfront with it, like he's keeping it 100. Now for Rob, he did not. He had Leah find out from Andrea that they kissed. So we see Leah and Rob have their chat, and he was just like, oh yeah, I kissed her on a date. Like he's trying to be nonchalant about it, and Leah was just like, yeah, I found out already. Like I already know. And he's like, oh yeah, I knew you were gonna be cool. I knew you were gonna be cool. And I was just like, what? Like what's going on here? Like why is he acting so? Like it's just nothing. Like I feel like he's still upset about the whole challenge situation, which I did bring up in my last review, that he felt some type of way about the whole challenge situation, that she didn't kiss him, and then she obviously called him like two-faced or whatever. So he's basically harping on that. That's why he's acting the way he's doing. Anyways, they had a conversation. It didn't really go anywhere. They hugged at the end of the conversation, but that's it. Next thing you know, Rob and Andrea is just like chatting for a while, it seems. So Liv once again is basically telling Leah, go upstairs and see what's going on, whatever. So Leah actually does go upstairs, and she's like, hi lovebirds, whatever. And Rob is like, shook that she actually came up there. So she was like, can I talk to you? And it was just so funny because it was like, Leah's coming across, passive aggressive. So they were chatting, and next thing you know, the conversation started out fine, and then Leah basically was just like telling her feelings about the whole situation, that I feel like it's mean that you were spending so much time with her, and we barely even had a chance to chat, and you were in a couple together. So he started crying out of nowhere, started getting in his feels, being like, you call me a con man, da 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 da, I feel this, and like he pulled on a performance. He started crying, like Leah actually was just like confused, like how it went from 0 to 100 like that. She was like trying to comfort him, but he was like, oh, I need a minute. he decides to go downstairs, jump in a pool, and basically hide, because everybody's trying to look for him. Like, where's Rob? Where's Rob? He's hiding in the pool. Like, what? So Leah, in that conversation when he's, crying to Leah, or crying, whatever, he tells Leah that, since we're airing stuff out, I don't feel this chemistry between us. Like, you're very beautiful, but I don't feel the chemistry, whatever, and then also that you cut me off in conversations and I don't even talk like that. I don't even talk that much.
We're hashing things out. I don't think you listen to me.
Okay.
And I think you cut me off often.
Okay.
And that really hurts my feelings because I don't talk a lot.
Okay.
And I feel like sexually, like, I think you're gorgeous. I think you're sexy as fuck, but I feel like we don't really have a groove.
You're allowed to feel the way you feel.
So he told all that to Leah, and Leah just felt some type of way, like, wow, like, we are kissing in bed all the time and you don't feel a chemistry connection, like what's going on here? So she felt some type of way, so she decided to sleep outside in soul ties, and Serena, obviously slept outside with her, as comfort. So it is what it is. It was just a wild night. Also that night, Aaron basically, he's like talking to Kaylor. I feel like their relationship, it was tested, but, obviously Aaron still does like Kaylor a lot more than he likes Andrea. But he had the nerve to tell Kaylor, like, oh, Andrea's more level-headed than you, and like she has more things that's like, feels a little bit better than you, which is kind of crazy. Like, why is he telling Kaylor that?
That, like, she's better at than you.
Like
1,000,000%. Like, I think she's very, like, level-headed, and she's, like, very,
like, to her face, might I add. But Aaron and Kaylor, out of everybody, seems like the most solid, because Kaylor had her time kissing two guys. He got chosen to be on a date, and he kissed, Andrea, and that's it. But they seem like they're doing pretty well. Like, they talked it out, whatever. Like, seems like Aaron from day one's been all about Kaylor. He just felt hurt about the whole situation. He's now the one giving, like, people advice about, not to be, too rash. Like, he's telling Leah not to be rash about this whole situation. Like, you need to be level-headed, whatever, which is, look how the tables turn. Go to sleep, wake back up. Rob is basically saying, like, how Leah wasn't considering his feelings. Like, he can't do this situation because someone's going to be bound to get hurt. All of that in the third. We also see Serena and Janae have a chat in the morning, and, Serena's basically talking about how, the fact that Cordell is doing his own thing, keeping his distance from her, like, not always trying to hound her and stuff like that. She's, like, kind of seeing, like, a little bit of attraction. Like, she's trying to spin the block on Cordell, which is kind of like, you broke up with him, but you're trying to spin the block, which is crazy. So Janae is, like, happy for it, because I think she really likes Cordell with Serena. But so she asks, Serena if she can tell Cordell this information that, she's open to see, to see how things go, if given a chance. So Janae tells Cordell this, and, Cordell is actually pretty hyped about it, but he's like, Janae told him, like, don't switch up, like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, so you're talking.
She was like, yeah, like, he's giving me the energy I finally asked for, and it makes her want to be more open now, you feel me? When you're applying too much pressure, she was closed off, like, no, you're giving me the egg, absolutely not, like, give me space. You gave her space, now she feels like she can blossom and open now. You see what I'm saying?
Like, don't switch up right now, because that's not, she doesn't like that. She likes the way that you're doing, like, you're not hounding her, if you want to have a conversation, stuff like that. So I don't know, Cordell and Serena might circle back. Like, I don't think it's over. Anyways, with that being said, Hannah's basically feeling, noticing that, Kendall is kind of like friend zone her, is kind of off her, like he's kind of over it right now that Nicole's in the villa. Also Hakeem, previously he told Janae, like, he doesn't feel like Liv is trying the relationship, whatever, but In the morning, Liv actually made him breakfast. You know, she tried to show some type of, you know, initiative, that they're coupled up, whatever. She made him breakfast, all that. With that being said, you know, Rob and Leah have another chat. You know, she basically said she just feels the type of way that, you know, you don't feel chemistry with me, this and that and third. But he told Leah, like, you know, he would be doing himself a disservice for, you know, not trying to pursue Andrea because he actually has like some type of connection with her. So Leah feels some type of way because obviously he told her like, oh, you don't have nothing to worry about, this and that. But then the whole crying thing, and then like him trying to look like the victim in the situation is just kind of like, where did that go? Which, it was just a weird situation because I'm just like, it was a top 10 performance. Like, he really cried, but he has been telling the guys that, you know, he feels a little bit more with Andrea. So, with that being said, Andrea and Nicole get a text that there's going to be a recoupling where they get to pick who they want to couple up with. That's it. So, they're the only ones picking. We get to the recoupling. And tell me why there was a whole twist. The text was, you know, which guy, if you feel like you want to put yourself in the recoupling, you know, stand up. Cordell stand up first. Like, he was quick. Like, they told the guys, if you ready to stand up, stand up. To be picked for recoupling. So Cordell stand up, Kendall stand up, and Hakeem stand up because earlier that day, Hakeem and Nicole actually had a chat, and the chat went well. So Nicole had basically 3 guys to choose from, essentially, while, you know, Andrea had 1 guy, which was Rob, because she'd been, you know, Andrea was basically telling Nicole that, you know, the kiss with Rob was way better. You know, she feels like there's a connection with Rob, this, that, and the third. So all 3 of those guys are standing up right now. So we basically, it cut to, you know, it just like, yeah, so all 3 of those guys are basically standing up. So Kendall, Cordell, and Hakeem. Liv was basically kind of like, maybe probably shook that Hakeem even wanted to stand up too. But it is what it is. Aaron actually doesn't stand up because I feel like you can obviously see that he's very content with where him and Kaylor are going. But Janae was telling Rob, like, good job, Rob, you didn't stand up, whatever. Rob was like, sorry. And he actually stood up and went over to be, you know, in the pick to be chosen by either Nicole or Andrea.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Which I'm just like, everybody was shook. Like, they didn't think Rob would do it. But he stood up. Because basically, it's your decision. You can't, with that twist, you can't say, oh, I was picked, I didn't want to be picked. Like, Rob used the whole, you know, I didn't want to be picked by Liv situation. And he was confused why Liv picked him. And now they were like, well, you can't use that excuse anymore. Because you put yourself up to be picked or not picked. You know what I'm saying? You made the decision that you would like to have a chance with one of these bombshells. You know what I'm saying? So this was actually really, really kind of. It was really kind of like, okay, producers. With that being said, Andrea goes first. She basically lists all the reasons why she's picking Rob. You know, the first connection, this, that, and third. And she obviously picks Rob, because obviously that was the only person out of the 2 dates, the 2 connections that was up there for her, up there to choose. Like, it was Rob. Like, if Rob didn't stand up, it would have probably been like Andre would have just had to pick Hakeem just to save face, because who else would she have picked? Like, to be quite honest. But she picks Rob. Leah was just like, they were like, Liv was telling Leah, like, you know, you should say something, you should say something. Instigating once again. She was like, oh, you should say something, you should say something. And like, Liv just basically tells Rob off. Like, she wasn't trying to be like, you know, how Hakeem did in the first recoupling, where he's like trying to get at Hannah or whatever. Like, she just was trying to, she silently told Rob off. And like, Rob, I don't know, Rob just, he did a whole 180 this episode, which is like, whatever he was feeling in the first half, he fooled you. Like, he really likes Andrea. He made Leah look like a fool. Like, that's how she's feeling right now. So, is what it is. Anyways, Nicole picks Kendall, which was like, as soon as she started saying, like, you know, they have the same things in common, this, that, and the third, I figured it would have been Kendall, because that's what she said, that, you know, when she was telling the girls, like, you know, her and Kendall had a lot in common, you know, but she likes to have chats with Cordell because it's like very easy, this and that and the third. But as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, it's Kendall being picked. So Kendall got picked, Rob got picked. That leaves Hakeem and Cordell, you know, Cordell was ready to get picked. He did not get picked. Next thing you know, we see the preview for Thursday night's episode, because there's no episode on Wednesday, so it's a little break. I understand, you know, we don't need to have breaks, but like, for reviewers, for people who are doing these reviews, a break is needed, especially when you have to do reviews for both shows, okay? But a review is needed. Like, I'll be chilling on tomorrow night. Like, catch me Thursday. Catch me Thursday.
On the floor, I literally got the ick. Shut the fuck up.
You can't sit down and have an honest conversation.
I just don't want to have to listen to your bullshit.
I don't want to talk about it.
Recoupling chaos.
I just hope her intentions are pure. This shit's not a fucking game to me.
Yeah, tomorrow's night episode, we see Liv and Hakeem arguing. You know, I guess Liv felt some type of way about Hakeem standing up in the fire pit, but I'm just like, he looks a little silly now, because you got off of that one chat. Nicole would have picked you. Like, she didn't even choose you for her 2 dates. Why do you think you had a chance? But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So Liv and him are having a, you know, argument. Then we see, you know, Leah basically saying, you know, after she saw Rob crying, yeah, she got the ick. And then we see Janae crying, which is like, oh, hold up. Because Leah and Connor are having a chat, and she says something like, I hope her intentions are pure. So Leah's catching a lot of smoke, because how you gonna speak to Connor, which is, you know, one of your villa besties couple? Like, you could choose any other guy. Hakeem single, essentially. You could talk to Hakeem. Like, why are you choosing Connor to talk to? I mean, hopefully the editing, whatever, but you're looking a little weird, Leah. You're looking a little weird. Like, why are you talking to Connor? I mean, essentially, with the editing, I don't know, because we didn't think that the producers would ask the guys to stand up for recoupling, so something could be out of whack in this little preview. We don't know, but we'll have to wait and see until Thursday. But it is what it is. It's kind of wild in these USA streets. So hope that whatever is happening with Leah and Connor is just a misdirect. Like, it's not true. I hope it's not, you know, gonna be messy for Janae, because I don't know, you know, why would she say, I hope her intentions are pure. Now she's crying to Aaron, so I don't know, because Leah about to She about to get up out of here. You about to get up out of here, Leah. If you don't, I don't know, cause you're not about to mess with Janae. You know, have to like, you know, mess with Janae right now. Anyway, guys, that was episode 8 of Love Island USA season 6. And if you guys like the video, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, comments, concerning. You guys subscribe to our channel, subscribe. Any day you guys watching the video. Peace.